It's a tale as old as time through social media. Belle, released in 2021 and is directed by Mamoru Hosoda, who's also behind such films like The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Summer Wars, Mirai, and Digimon the Movie? Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. This movie does not exist without Digimon the Movie. Oh my god, I'm a huge Digimon fan, and I remember watching that film when it came out, and I'm like, oh, this is not as great as the TV show, in my opinion. But now that I realize it's the same director, the setting, the animation, the situation here of that story in Digimon the Movie is almost identical to this film. Just the animation is a little bit crisper, a little bit more brand new, and we have a lot more singing in this one. But other than that, the conflicts that we have in here with the Beast and the little mini Justice League thing in there, that's Digimon the Movie. Gabumon! Warp Digivolve 2! Metal Garurumon! Garurumon. He was my favorite. He was my boy. Don't at me, bruh. And the reason why we're talking... God, that was so cringe. The reason why we're talking about Belle today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel, Dr. Cam. Thank you very much for this recommendation, part of your big bundle you sent me at the beginning of this year, and this little anime section that I am loving. Thank God you recommended this movie. It's probably, if it ever popped up on any of my streaming services to occasionally watch, would have passed over it. It just didn't look appealing to me, but watching this and just seeing the emotion and the character development, and then that little twist at the end as to why the Beast is who he is, like, I love this movie so much, so thank you very much for recommending it. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. Suzu is a high school student that keeps to herself and is not willing to be outgoing at all ever since her mom was killed trying to save a young little child back when Suzu was about 5 or 6 years old. Well, thank God social media was invented, because now this new app called You was invented, where people can generate avatars and live a secondary life that they could only dream about living, and to escape their boring, mundane, everyday, normal, real life. And Suzu becomes a gigantic pop star in the game, and during one of her concerts, it attracts the attention of one of the most fiercest fighters in the universe, a player simply known as the Beast. And I hope that you're figuring out exactly where this is going. The movie's called Belle. We have a Beast in here. This really becomes a retelling of the Beauty and the Beast fairy tale, and very much so like the Disney rendition of it. We have roses, this little super Justice League group security people come, and they are beating up the Beast after he tells her to get out, and she takes a liking to him after she saves him and wants to help him and calm his anger, and he has good reason to be angry, and I'm not going to spoil what that is, because that reveal in the end I thought was just absolutely beautiful, heartbreaking, but beautiful. And like I was saying before, the animation here is very familiar to me because it looks just like the antagonist in Digimon the Movie. I forget what that guy's name was. Oh god, he was creepy, but he would duplicate himself. He was like a virus, taking over all the computers in the digital world. The animation of that antagonist is very similar to the animation that we get behind the Beast, who, by the way, the design of the Beast in this film, it scared the crap out of me several times. He does the Count Dracula thing where he has his cloak and his cape just kind of covering him like this, and you just see like this part of his eyes, and then you see that long snout and teeth at points, and he's just like, ah. Scared the crap out of me. But I think that's because I have a lot of trauma to a like stop motion recording cartoon of the Little Red Riding Hood, I believe from like it was like Golden Scholastic Books or something. There was a cartoon stop motion thing, and the big bad wolf, he was just so scary. I remember being like 3 or 4 years old and being traumatized by that. So seeing the Beast in this movie, it reminded me of that, and so I have some PTSD that I think I need to work through when it comes to big bad scary wolf-like creatures. Which I think also adds to my enjoyment of this film, to see this beautiful anime character in the game, in the U game, Superman say you! In the U game, I'm gonna say it every time. But Belle is this beautiful anime character that has all these great songs. Like, at first I was like, oh, this is very poppy and I'm not really into this. And I think a lot of the social media comments that you see throughout this film, which is a great little story aspect, by the way, you have all these comments from random viewers of what's going on with Belle and then this beast and the whole situation. Some are favoring them, some are hating them and just being trolls online. But to see this gorgeous character show sympathy and empathy and love towards this hideous, disgusting, dragon-like beast. I'm clutching the pearls. I love this universe! It was giving me a lot of Ready Player One vibes, which is one of, if not my favorite book of all time. And this idea of creating this digital world that you can just sink your mind into and put all of your effort towards. It's a way to escape the horrors of real life, where real life things happen, people die, people get hurt, people say things that hurt other people's feelings. You get scared about telling a boy that you like them, and vice versa. Whereas when you take on this avatar, when you put on this mask, it's freeing, it's liberating, and you're able to allow your mind to be able to live that life that you always wanted to. And this Suzu girl has this wonderful musical talent, but she's just so scared and timid in the real world to explore it and to perfect it. But here in this digital world, digital monsters, she feels the security and the safeness to be able to explore that talent that she has. And I don't know if that's a beautiful thing or if that's a sad thing, but it made for a beautiful movie. And hell, any aspects that anything has to Ready Player One, it just makes me happy. Love Ready Player One. Love it. This movie is just engaging from start to finish. And I, at first, was thinking, maybe I'm not going to like this. It's going to be one of those weird anime films that's just going to be all over the place. The voiceover acting is just going to get to me. But no, not with this film at all. I loved the English dubbing and just this character's journey about self-confidence and developing more friends in her inner circle. It was just heartwarming. It made me feel so good about just life in general through the digital world. Digital monsters. Belle was a beautiful surprise that had real life and hard messages that really could be difficult to swallow, but as you see the story unfold and you see the climax unfold with what Suzu does for the beast, it puts a smile on your face. It brings tears to your eyes and just makes this one beautiful, one hell of a story. And definitely prefer this version than the Disney Beauty and the Beast version. And I say that being like Beauty and the Beast is like the best animation film that they've ever put out, in my opinion. I love this movie more, so take that for what you will. I'm gonna give Belle 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Belle, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you all the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel. But in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.